A warm welcome to all our beloved brothers and sisters. I'm delighted this day to be with my grandchildren. Uh, Shreya to my immediate right, and beyond Shreya is Ria. Ria is elder to Shreya by about 4.5 years. As usual, they have come here to spend the summer vacation with me. And we spend this time trying to understand the beautiful things of life, trying to enrich our minds. I'm delighted that they're equally keen to grow inwardly. So, in order to share some thoughts with especially the children of the world, I'm going to request my little granddaughter Shreya uh, to read a portion from the Gospel of Mark. So, over to Shreya.
And while Jesus was at Bethany, in the house of Simon the leper, as he was reclining at a table, a woman came with an alabaster flask of ointment of pure nard, very costly, and she broke the flask and poured it on his head. There were some who said to themselves indignantly, "Why was the ointment wasted like that? For this ointment would have been sold for more than 300 denarii and given to the poor." And they scolded her. But Jesus said, "Leave her alone. Why do you trouble her? She has done a beautiful thing to me."
Oh,
Thank you.
Very good, very good. She has done a beautiful thing
To me.
Wonderful. So let me just briefly summarize this portion. Jesus was in the house of Simon, who unfortunately was afflicted with leprosy. In those days, there was really no scientific treatment for leprosy. Therefore, the person who got leprosy got completely identified with the disease. So Simon was the name of the person, and because he developed leprosy, he was always known as Simon the leper. In our times, we will never dare to call a person like that, but in those days, it was quite common. Actually, that was the order of the day to call a person who had caught leprosy as Simon the leper or Philemon the leper, so on and so forth. So Jesus was in the house of Simon the leper, and while he was reclining at table, a lady comes in there. We do not know her name, but obviously she is full of gratitude and adoration for Jesus Christ, and she was trying to express her gratitude which words cannot express. So what does she do? She breaks a very expensive alabaster flask of oil of pure nard. In some version it is spikenard, very rare oil, and it is said that that much oil could have fetched 300 denarii. Now that's a huge amount of money. So obviously people were, and she poured it on Jesus and expressed her respect and adoration for him. So those who were watching this began to feel resentful. They became indignant. They disapproved of what she was doing. They thought it was an unnecessary display of wasteful expense. So they said this should have been sold and the money given to the poor. And they were actually troubling the woman. And at that point, Jesus intervenes and he tells them, "Leave her alone. She has done a beautiful thing to me. She has done a beautiful thing to me." Now, at this point, I would like to ask Ria, my elder granddaughter, what does Jesus mean by saying she has done a beautiful thing to me?
There are many kinds of beauty in this world. Many people believe in visual beauty, auditorial beauty, but there is one other kind
What
of
is
beauty.
visual beauty?
Visual beauty is the kind of beauty you see.
See, okay. For example, you see a beautiful flower, a good painting. So, an object which is considered beautiful, so which you see.
Yes.
Okay, that's visual. An auditory.
Auditory beauty is the music you can hear or the different sounds you can hear, and you consider it beautiful.
Okay.
There is one other kind of beauty which many people don't think about. It is inner beauty.
Okay. So this particular instance, when Jesus says she has done a beautiful thing to me, Jesus is saying that she is trying to express her inner beauty. Okay. Tell us something more about inner beauty. How do you understand this?
Well, I got a lot of my understanding. I'm currently reading a book by a Greek author, Plotinus, and he deals with a different version of beauty, a beauty which none of us have actually thought about until now. In that, he shows the beauty of the soul, how a beautiful soul can lead to a change in a life, and how virtues are more important than any material wealth. I love this book because it deals with how you should be and how you should try to make other people know that you're beautiful instead of material wealth. Material wealth is a thing which many people focus on, but I think they should focus on inner beauty. What the Greeks used to believe is that all people were beautiful from inside, but some alien force, something evil, comes and they allow it to get inside them and make them corrupt. That is what the Greeks believe. Now, I would like to read a portion from Plotinus.
Good.
It's the text is called Beauty.
Yeah. On Beauty by Plotinus. Now, by the way, Plotinus was a Greek author who lived nearly 400 years before Jesus Christ. And it's very interesting to see the similarity of insights between Plotinus and Jesus. More or less the same thing. It's very,
Yeah.
very remarkable. Okay. So you can read a portion from Plotinus which explains what you have been trying to say.
It is not shape or color or size. It is the soul, itself colorless, and the soul's temperance and the hueless luster of its virtues. In yourselves or others, you see largeness of spirit, goodness of life, chasteness, the courage behind the majestic countenance, gravity, the self respect that pervades a temperament that is calm and at peace and without passion. And above them all, you see the radiance of the intelligence diffusing itself throughout them all. They are attractive, they are lovable. Why are they said to be beautiful? Because clearly they are beautiful, and anyone that sees them must admit that they are true realities. What sort of realities? Beautiful ones. But reason wants to know why they make the soul lovable, wants to know what it is that, like a light, shines through all the virtues.
So here in this, let's examine that passage so that especially children who are listening to you would understand as clearly as possible what Plotinus means by the idea of inner beauty. Now he says it is not shape or color or size, because shape, color, and size are things that you see. So it is not, as you said in the beginning, it is not visual beauty that he's going to talk about. That he has made very clear. It is the soul itself. Soul has no color, but in spite of the fact that soul has no color, it can be beautiful. That's the point he's making. We normally think that only that which has bright colors can be beautiful. He says soul, though it is colorless, can still be very beautiful. And then he talks about the soul's temperance and hueless luster of its. Hue means color.
Yeah.
Colorless luster. Luster means that which shines. Okay? Colorless luster of his virtues. So if you have that inner virtue, you begin to shine. Not in a physical sense, but in a kind of spiritual, experiential sense. People who are with you will catch that light, and their own life will be illumined. So that's what he talks about, what he means by hueless luster of its virtues. In yourselves or others, you see largeness of spirit. So one aspect of that inner beauty is
Largeness of spirit.
largeness of spirit. Can you say that?
Largeness of spirit.
So one aspect of that inner beauty is largeness of spirit, as against being very small mind, petty mind. Largeness of spirit. Then what does he talk about? What is the next? Goodness of life. We
Goodness
must
of life.
respect the goodness of the life that we are given. Always value it, cherish it, keep it pure and clean so that its value is not diminished. If we allow the value of our life to be diminished, then we lose our inner beauty also. Okay? So that's what he means by this. Then he chasteness. Chasteness means purity in action and thought. A courage behind a majestic countenance. Oh, it's so beautiful, no? The courage behind a majestic.
Stick
When you look at a
countenance.
coward, one who is full of fear, one who cannot stand on his feet, you feel actually disappointed. But if you see a man or a woman with courage, you feel that there is a majesty about that person. And that majesty comes from inner beauty. So the majesty, a majestic countenance, courage behind a majestic countenance. All right. Then gravity, in a sense, taking yourself seriously, gravity, right? Never trivialize yourself. Then the self-respect that pervades a temperament that's calm and at peace without passion. You must respect yourself. You're a person of dignity. Every person has dignity. You must respect your personal dignity. You must also respect the dignity of others. That's the proof that you're inwardly beautiful. So it goes on like that. So I don't want to take too much time explaining Plotinus. So very good. So you are enjoying reading Plotinus?
Yes.
Very, very good. Now, Plotinus is talking about the inner life. Can you think of a similar statement or similar insight in Jesus Christ?
Yes.
What is it?
You are the light of the world.
Yeah.
A city set on the hill cannot be hidden.
Yeah.
Nor do people light a lamp and put it under a basket, but put it on a stand so that it may give light to all in the household. Let your light so shine forth that they may see your good deeds and give glory to your Father in heaven.
Okay. So Jesus, this is, if I remember right, Matthew chapter 5, verses 14, 15, 16.
Yeah.
Right. So here Jesus is also talking about the inner light. For 400 years before Jesus Christ, Plotinus had written about it. But when Jesus expresses the same idea, he gives it a poetic touch. He uses images. And it is so beautiful, so much more beautiful than Plotinus. Right. So here, can you explain to the children who would listen to you what Jesus means by this? Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father in heaven. How do we express the light within us?
We express the light through good deeds that we do.
Ah,
That's the best way to express the light.
that's right. So, whenever we do something, we must respect the light within us. Okay? And whatever we do must be expressive of the light within us. Otherwise, what we do will express the darkness within us. There are only two possibilities.
Mm.
Either there is light within us or there is darkness within us.
Mhm.
We must always express that. That's why Jesus said, you are the light of the world. Understand? It makes profound sense when you read Plotinus and Jesus together. You are the
Light
you
of the
are,
world.
Can we say that together? You are
The light of the world.
You are
Are the
The
light of the world.
So children, when they, especially these are vacation days, when they're at home, they should be conscious of the duty to spread light all in the house. So that's what Jesus says, let your light so shine, that it may give light to all at home. You keep the light on the lampstand and that it gives light to all at home. Now, children are the lights in every home, right? So that light should be available to everyone in the house, right?
Yes.
Is that a good thing to do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jesus also talks about the inner light,
Yeah.
right? Now, can you think of an English poet or somebody who talks about that beauty, and he talks about beauty and connects it? See, Jesus said, I am the truth. The beauty of Jesus' inner life was total commitment to truth, right? So then she says she has done a beautiful thing to me. And that beautiful thing is that the thing that she does expresses the truth of her inner life. So, do you remember anything from literature or something that you have read?
Hmm. Yeah, I remember you did make me read a poem.
Um,
It was by John Keats, Ode on a Grecian Urn.
Ode on a Grecian urn. Urn, that belong to the ancient history of Greece. Who
In,
would want to Greece?
in this poem, he is looking at a urn and he is writing about the various images he sees and how they are frozen in time.
Images on the earth.
Yeah. And how they are frozen in time. To connect to this, I am reciting the last two lines of the poem.
Last two lines of the last stanza, right?
Beauty is truth, truth beauty. That is all ye know on earth and all ye need to know.
Oh, that's beautiful, isn't it? So Keats connects beauty with truth, right? And Jesus says there is that truth within you, that light within you, and that light within you makes you beautiful. But you need to express that light, the light of truth, the light of the divine within you through all that you do. Okay, so beauty is not only what we see, not beauty is not only what we hear. For example, when you hear a nice song, you say, "Ah, that's beautiful," right? Ah, that's beautiful. Yes, that's beautiful. We must appreciate. At the same time, there is something far more beautiful, far more valuable, and that is the inner beauty, and that has various aspects, as Plotinus explains in this very short, tiny volume on beauty. And we should always be mindful of our duty to be beautiful.
Apacha, if you don't mind me quoting,
Yeah, sure.
this is by an author, a famous kids author, many kids will know it. It's Roald Dahl.
Okay. Yeah.
Now he said, if you have wonky teeth, bad hair, or a bad shape, all you have to do is have a good personality and it will shine through like sunbeams.
Oh, that's very good. That's exactly what it is. So don't get bothered about your external features, whatever you seem to be outside, from the outside. And the real beauty is inside, the beauty of your personality. Okay? And Plotinus says that beauty can be increased by improving your intellectual powers. It's very important. So how do we increase our intellectual powers?
By reading.
By reading a variety of subjects, so that our mind develops in many directions. You keep reading only one kind of book, one subject, then only you will develop only in one direction. But if you read an assortment of texts belonging to different disciplines and understand, absorb, assimilate the ideas, then your mind gets nourished and you grow and grow and grow. That adds to the majesty of your mental powers. Okay? So we must continuously increase our inner beauty. Okay? That's the greatest service we can render to our fellow human beings also. It's a duty that we owe to God who created us. It's also the best we can do, that is keeping our beauty both intact and increasing, is the best that we can do to our fellow human beings. And it's the best that we can do at home. Parents will be happy, everybody in the house will be happy, and the house itself will become beautiful because of the children. So our appeal to the children of India, children of the world is, be beautiful. Express your beauty through all that you are doing. And may each one of you be a blessing in your homes. Thank you. God bless all of you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.